Hello everyone, my name is Hiyan and I've got something to show you. What do you feel when you see these insects pictures? Do you feel them ugly, creepy, or do you find them yuck? Well, I found these pictures really interesting. If people see a butterfly, they will like it a lot. At the same time, if they see a honeybee, they will rush into their rooms and close their doors, fearing it might sting. If people see a diesel bug, they will all close their doors. And if they see a honeybee and some rude people are there, instead of the people who are scared of it, they will immediately pick up the mosquito racket and kill it. Even the same case is with cockroach. If we see a cockroach, we immediately take the one that hit and we'll try to kill it. Or we'll pick up the broom and even try to kill it. Our first reaction to the insects mostly would be killing them because we think that they're dangerous. Now, I'm going to tell you an incident. One day, when I was sitting on the couch and reading this book, I suddenly was reading these things and I was finding it interesting to see its eyes and seeing how it was eating the bugs. Just then, my grandmother walked in. Suddenly, she screamed and she told that all these insects can bite us, just as this insect is biting a bug. And this insect is taking care of the babies. But my grandmother scared me and told that it's a this is a ghost and it's eating humans. I got really terrified. And you won't believe me, I closed the book as fast as I could and I never read it for the next 2 whole years. Immediately threw the book and I was so scared of it. And when I reread it after the 2 years, I was still not at all confident. I just opened the book, went to the insects chapter, and I didn't touch it at all. All this looks so scary. Suddenly, I went behind and I saw all these scary images of lizards. I was very scared. I didn't even touch these things like I'm touching it now. Instead, I just held the tip of these papers and slowly turned it. But suddenly, when I was doing that, something caught my attention. It was my flower pot. A dragonfly popped into it, and I went closer to it, thinking that it would fly away. But it did not flutter at all, and it didn't even fly at all. I somehow gathered the courage to pick it up. Just then, I realized it was dead. I found it really interesting to observe the parts, and I found out it was not at all scary. Instead, I found it very interesting. So, wait, this could be a discussion. Tree, tree, gun, gun, bees, bees. Welcome to the world of insects. Did you know insects are everywhere, from the cold Himalayas to the hot Sahara deserts? And they have a very quick adaptability to different environments. Even their reproduction is really quick. A termite gives 10,000 eggs every day, and a termite can live for 10 years. Wow! That's why there are so many insects. And you'll be surprised to know that an insect named dung beetle can carry 20 times its own weight. And if we compare that with us, it's a human pulling 20 buses all at once. Wow, that's so interesting, right? Do you know an insect's body is divided into three parts: the head, thorax, and the abdomen. The head mostly carries the antenna and the eyes. The thorax mostly carries the legs only and even the stomach. And the abdomen carries a bit back of the stomach, which is only for the ants which have two stomachs, and they even have a sting at the abdomen. That's why whenever a honeybee stings, people might think it stings from the antenna, but actually it stings from its back. And do you wonder why do insects never become so big? Because insects do not have lungs as we do. Instead, they have a narrow pterygia, which is like a pipe. And if the insect becomes too big, it'll need more oxygen, so it won't fit into the small pterygia. That's why insects aren't that big. But the most giant insect, the giant moa, is heavier than a sparrow. Wow, an insect is heavier than the sparrow. It's so interesting. And did you know? As we see the insects, we can tell how they look. Mostly people tell that butterflies are the most beautiful insects. But if you observe the ladybug very carefully, we will think, wow, it has so beautiful spots. And even all the red colors look so pretty on it. And if we look at it at the bad way, even the butterfly could become bad. As some people would even tell, look at those dirty designs on it. It looks terrible. So you can't tell that insects are dirty because everyone looks at the insects a different way. Even insects teach us many slogans like teamwork makes dream work. This slogan is taught by the ant. And the slogan old habits must be shed to achieve growth is by the caterpillar. Even one day I saw my aunt. She was in the garden and she was picking up some earthworms and putting it in a box. I asked my aunt why was she doing it, and she told that when we'll reach home, she will tell me that. And when she reached home, she told me that come with me and see. And I really obeyed her and I came with her. And I was surprised to see that she was putting all the earthworms into the pot. When I asked her why was she doing it, she told me that they would help the soil grow, and she showed me the other plants which had a lot of earthworms. And I found that really interesting. And one more thing. Don't give insects a dirty look only because they don't look good or you think that they are creepy. But I think insects look good. So thank you.